everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams struggled a week ago, falling back to 500 on the season. But today they'll have a chance to correct that. It's the Titans going up against the Rams.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
2nd down following the run. Throwing is Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Back to it after the pick 6. Mariota got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Three yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. As they run the counter play. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
On third down, Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now running right through it. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Mariota under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. But they watch the film as well, so they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, Goff. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second down now after the pass completion. handoff looking right. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Out of the gun. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. Third and 2, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Here's Mariota. And he finds Corey Davis. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Uncorks one for Davis, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mariota now on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnover. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Goff now on second down. Flushed out right. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Following the interception here, Mariota able to push his way through. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. We haven't even escaped the first half. And he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They run the counter now on first down. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, Mariota. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota now. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Returnable here from the 38. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to try and go. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. In the red zone this time. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Halfback sent in motion.
Check. Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Now Mariota. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And to give this time to the tailback. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. 31 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really. Nice game there. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Play action. It's Goff. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, normally on a 3rd down play, I'm not a huge proponent of play action. But when you run it as effectively as we've seen them do in this game, yeah, it sets it up pretty well.
Yeah, particularly on this drive, they've been great running the ball. Good setup. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. And now a first down following that long gain. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Second down following the run. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. To throw Mariota. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. They go play action. Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys are always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw is Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Titans on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Mariota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Slot man moves right. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. On second down, here's Goff.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
The slot man in motion right. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and goal to go now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
In motion left, the tight end. Now they'll run it on the toss. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip shot field goal and you miss it, that is going to sting for a little while, isn't it?
Some are tougher to put behind you than others, right? We always talk about compartmentalizing. What is the rule, coach? Always about 24-hour rule after a game, and then you move on.